Hello and welcome to another craft video with me, Ruth Hamilton. Today, as you can see, I have got craft kit number 40 from Tonic Studios. This is the lovely box that it comes in, and then when we open it up, there's this little folder that has the dies and stamps inside. We've got some Nuvo products and some lovely papers, so I'll just set the box aside and then show you what I've got. So as I say, this is the little folder, and inside you'll find a little stamp set. That's this one. And this coordinates with the beautiful dies that are in the set here as well. And they are, I'll just show you them here, the main die for the lid and the little die for the box. I'll just set them on top of this card, this paper again. So we've got this one, which you cut out twice to make the box, and then this one, which you add to the little side panels here, and this will make a lovely little lid. So I'll just show you the rest of the dies here. Some of these are decorative, so this can fit inside here, and this obviously different panels to give lovely decorative features. We've got this one as well to fit inside here, and this one which fits across here. So I'll be showing you how to use these whenever we get on to making something inside, and you can see them from some of the samples that I've already got on the front of the video. So now on to the beautiful paper and card that comes along with this one, and I have got a little list written out here to show you, but I do hope that you can pick up the detail on camera there because it's very, very rich colours this time. So I'll just lift my little list over so that I get it right. So we've got glazed chestnut, and that's a pearlescent card. This one is opera red, and that's a mirror card. This one is black smooth card. Then we have pewter grey classic card. This one is black velvet mirror card. Then we have maroon red texture weave card. And these two, which I think are absolutely stunning. I hope you can see the detail there. This one is umber etching, and that's a speciality card. And then we've got red berries, which is a speciality paper. And on top of all of that, we have some rich cocoa glimmer paste. So that's going to add quite a bit of texture and a bit of sparkle. Then we've got fiery volcano stone drops. There's also ruby red pure sheen glitter. There is crimson velvet mica mist in a little 10ml dispenser with a little spray nozzle at the top. And then pewter grey striped baker's twine, and there's 25 meters on that little roll. So as you can see, with the stamps, the dies, the lovely card and paper, and all these Nuvo products, there's lots of different things that you could be making. So I will pop all this away and come back in a second or two and show you how to use it. I have taken these 4 dies and gone ahead and cut out some of the card just to show you how to assemble the simple box very easily, and then I'll decorate it at the end of that. I should say that normally before I would assemble the box, after I've got these bits cut out, but before I would assemble it, then I would decorate it, but just for the purposes of this video, I'm just going to go ahead and assemble it first and show you how easily that's made. So this die is the one that you're going to use twice to cut out the card that's going to make the actual box, and then this one, along with these two, are the ones that you're going to use to make the base and the lid, and they're both made the same way. So I have taken some Craft Perfect smooth card. It's white and it's A4 and 300 GSM because I wanted a really sturdy box. And then I'm going to use some of the beautiful papers and card that are inside the kit. But this particular white smooth card at 300 GSM is not included in the kit, but it's the only thing that I'll be using today that's not in there. So I've scored these, I have reinforced all the crease lines, and this is so easy to put together. So what we're going to do first of all is lay this piece out here and add some glue along that little tab down there, and then butt this piece up to the end, just like that, and then turn that over. Now, I think it's always better just to fold it like that while the glue's still damp, still wet, and crease that again so you know you've got it perfectly aligned at the edge. And then when you've that done, what you want to do is, sure that's scored and folded really well back, add some glue on there, and if you've got all that straight, then there's no problem with just folding that straight over like so, and giving it a little helping hand with your folder, bone folder or whatever, and there's your little box. So now to make the base and the lid. So they're both done exactly the same way. We've got two of these, and I'll just show you one, and then these are the little tabs get folded in. This gets folded back this way, and this comes back like so. And then on the little corner pieces, there are two opposite ones, so I just make sure I've got two opposites here because I've done them twice. Fold this back, and here along that line. Now you could use red tape again. As you know, I just like to use the glue because it gives you a little moment or two just to, a little bit of wiggle room probably is what the way you would say it. So that goes on there, and that fits in there. Now just get that perfectly aligned. You could do one at a time, I suppose, and that would make sure everything's well sealed. So just put that on there, and that will come up like so. Then you will fold this one. I'll just put an extra little bit of glue on there. That one in, and attach it in there, and hold on to that for a moment or two. I actually find if you just lay it down when you've got it at that stage, and then just make sure you've got it all lined up properly, and run your bone folder in along where the little flap comes over, and that will keep that all in place for you. Now on this little one tab that's on the lid itself, just put a little bit of glue along there and fold it in, and there you are. That's that. So we'll just do the same on the other side. You see that? That's a lovely little lid, and you can see in the samples that are at the beginning of the video, I've already sent those off to Tonic, but you'll be able to see how I made a little basket from using two of these lids just together and decorated them all up. So that's another little way. You don't actually have to use your dies just for one purpose. I always think whenever you've spent the money on a die set that it's always nice to get at least 2 or 3 different ways of using it, and then you can use some of the dies separately for embellishments or whatever on different projects. But I always like to get good value from a die set and get plenty of different uses for it. So I'm just, as I'm talking, just doing this one in exactly the same way as I had, whoops, just push that into the corner. So I'm just doing this in exactly the same way as I did for the other side, and then some glue in there, pop that in and hold it in place, and there you are. So I just thought, when I had that done before, I thought it makes a lovely little tray shape. So that's actually what gave me the idea when I saw it sitting like this before I had decorated it, of putting 2 of them side by side and putting some glue in here and making a nice little basket from it. But actually that's the base of this little box, and the lid as well. So when you've got it to that stage, you just turn it around like this, and this slots down inside. So you just pop some glue on the inside here and all those edges, and that's the box. And then we'll make another one, and that would be the lid. But before I glue that on, I want to decorate this part here. So I'm going to go ahead and sort out the papers and things for that now. So now I have used the red berries paper, and I have cut it at 8 centimeters and 2 millimeters on the length to go here, and 8 millimeters across this way, and I've done 2 of those and that'll be for the back and the front of the box. And then I have used this little die to cut out the panels for the side, so I'm just going to go ahead and glue those on before I make the lid. Just as a little tip, whenever you're using a die on this paper, I know I've said it before, but if you're new here, don't leave the whole sheet of paper in while you're die cutting it. It's a better idea just to put this on top of your paper and then cut out around it and then put it through the machine, because the paper that isn't covered by the die will get sort of squashed and you'll lose the lovely embossed effect when it goes through the machine. So if you want to keep it good and keep it ready for use for something else, it's much better just to cut off enough that you're going to pass through the machine and use it then. So I will go ahead and glue these on and then I'll decorate the lid. So that's the little box assembled, and I'm going to put some glue on here. This will be the base, so just along the insides there, and I don't need any on the bottom because there's no base to this box, so just enough to hold that, and then we'll slip that down inside there and just hold it down so that the glue connects to the sides, and then just hold that firmly because there's a bit of dimension with the paper here. So there we are, that's it. Now I'm going to decorate this part and this part in exactly the same way, except for the fact that I'm not going to put any patterned paper on the base here. So what I've done is I have taken these two dies together. Now I have taped them together and put them on the pewter grey card, which is what I'm going to decorate all of this with. But I suggest, if you're not very competent or not very confident, would probably be the more suitable word, in using two dies together, just do the plain one first and then this one on top afterwards. But I find if I've got them taped together well and go very carefully through the machine, I can use two of them together and it saves a bit of time. But I wouldn't advise it if you're new to die cutting. So I've done all the same with these, and I have done the same with these two as well. So I've cut out two of this, better putting some white paper over, show it better. So I've got two of these, and that will go on here and on here. I have this part which will go on the top of the lid, and then I've got two of these, just find them here, so, and I've got two of each of these. So these go along here, these pieces go on here, and this part goes across the top here. So I'm just going to use this glue. So this is my Nuvo Deluxe adhesive, and it's got a nice fine nozzle, and I'll just go ahead and glue all these pieces down. So remember that this piece only goes on the lid and the bottom is plain. That's the finished box, and there's the lid. So it's all nicely decorated and everything matches. So this part where it's the shorter edge goes to one side, and just remember to make sure and put the long edge and the short edge together on each side, and the box and the lid will fit nicely together like that. So that's that all done, and now I have taken this little die, the tag die here, show it to you on this card again, on this plate again. So that little die, then I have used this one with the red card, the specialty paper actually, and then this one with some white card, this one and this one together, and made this little tag. That's a really nice little tag. And then I've used some of this twine from the set as well. Now I've added just a little bit of double-sided foam tape on the back there, and I'm just going to attach that like that onto the little box. That's a really, really cute little box. I also think there's lots of different ways you could use those dies. You could use this on a sort of small mini gatefold part of a card. These could be used as little borders. There's lots of different things you could be doing with those dies. So One thing that I have on my other little box, but I haven't added it on here, is the little corners, and I'll just show you how to use those, so how to make them. So this little die is in the set. You'll probably need to cut out 4 of them, as I've done here. So really all you're going to do is fold, reinforce all the little score lines on it, put glue along this little tab, fold that together and hold it, and then when the glue has taken and that's well stuck together, then just put glue inside there and you can add those onto the corners. Now I'm not going to do it on this one, but I have used it on the others and it looks really well, so different colours, contrasting or whatever. But there's the little box. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy the kit. There's lots of the Nuvo products still left that I haven't even used for any of these, but I will use them for other things, so the kit's a really good value. Now, please subscribe to my channel as well if you've been watching this and enjoyed it. I'll be back soon with lots more videos. I've got quite a few in the pipeline again as usual, so I'd love to see you along for those ones as well. I will add my affiliate links. All these die sets are sent to me by Tonic, and then I can use my affiliate links as well. So if you happen to buy anything through my links, I do earn a small commission from that, but it won't cost you any more. So thank you very much for doing that if you've already done it. I appreciate it. Thanks again and hope to see you soon. Bye.